Dunking on color theory. This is the iconic Nike SB Dunk Low. In today's video, we're going to use the Dunk Low to explain color theory. You're going to learn the way colors interact with each other, the major color groups, which ones work, and which ones not so much. The first color group is the achromatics. Achromatic means no color. With this color group, we're just talking about white, black, and all of the grays in between. The next color group are monochromatics. Monochromatic means one color. These are all examples of monochromatic palettes. For a monochromatic palette, once you have your specific hue, you can then alter your saturation, which means desaturated or more saturated or vibrant. And you can also choose your value. That means it can be lighter or darker. Complementary palettes. A complementary palette is a palette that chooses opposite colors on the color wheel. The hues have to be opposite each other on the color wheel. However, the saturation and the values don't have to be the same. That is to say, even though you have a blue and an orange that you're using, the blue can be lighter or darker, the orange can be lighter or darker, and the saturation levels of each of those can be different. It's only the hues that must be complementary. The analogous color palette. For the analogous color palette, you're going to choose colors that are beside each other or close to each other on the color wheel. There's no limit to how many colors you can use. It can be 2, 3, 4, or more. Again, only the hues need to be beside each other on the color wheel. You can choose chromas that are different and values that are different. Typically, the analogous colors are more pleasing and harmonious than all of the other colors. The split complementary palette. This one's just like the complementary palette with one key difference. In the pair red-green, for example, instead of using red, you choose a color just to one side of red and another color to the other side of red. Those two colors together make red, and that red is opposite to the green that you see. We're literally splitting one of the colors. The Triadic color palette. The Triadic color palette uses an equidistant triangle on the color wheel. It can be orange, purple, and green. The important thing is that the colors you choose are maximally separated from each other to form that equidistant or perfect triangle. Only the hues need to form this triangle. You can have different chroma or saturation levels, and you can also have different values or how light or how dark something is. The Tetratic color palette. This palette's also called the double complementary. You're using two sets of opposite hues. For that reason, the Tetratic color palette is the least harmonious of all of the palettes. By having so many colors present from all around the color wheel, it really is the least harmonious palette and also the most complex. It can, however, be quite effective if you're trying to stand out. If you'd like to practice your own color combinations, I have a free downloadable template of this Dunk Low on my website. That's markliamsmith.com. Happy creating!